Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. Today we're talking about password managers. So Shawn, we hear a lot about password managers. What can you tell us about them? Do you like them? Do you hate them?
I love them. I've been using them for quite a while, and basically what a password manager does is it allows you to keep all of your passwords, which is initially going to sound bad, in one place, but that place is not a Post-it note on the back of your keyboard.
Which a lot of us do.
Yeah, exactly. So they're a very useful product. It's a little piece of software that you can run on a phone, on your computer, on your tablet, and it keeps and controls all of your passwords. And all of us have numerous different portals we go into. We have all kinds of different usernames and passwords for all the things we connect to. And the problem with it is, most of us tend to use the same username, same password for everything. And obviously the issue with that is, as soon as you do that, if I get that one password, now I've got access to everything.
Yeah, and we can't deny the tenacity, let's say, of these bad actors, because once they do have a password, they're going to try it in a bunch of different portals, right?
Absolutely.
They might try it in all the different banking apps. They might try it in, it's hard to say exactly where, but they're going to use it as much as they can, right? So this brings us to why they're important and why they came about, right? We have so many different passwords. How do we keep track of all that, short of the Post-it notes? Are they expensive, these softwares? Are they
the Post-it notes?
The password managers, are they?
No, they're very inexpensive. So you generally buy them as a subscription. You pay by the user. Very low cost. There's lots of different ones out there. What they will do is they store all of your passwords encrypted. So nobody can get access to them. You have a master password, which obviously should be a hard password. And then all of your password information behind that, you really should use generated passwords. Those are ideal, and most of these password managers have a built-in generator, so it makes a password for you. And to be honest, you don't even have to know what that is or remember it,
really,
because you can go to your program to find out what it is.
Okay.
So you have an authenticated login to get into the password manager, and most of them now offer the ability to use multi-factor authentication. So even the password manager itself is very well protected. Plus it gives you other options. You can store things like credit card information in there.
Wow.
If you want personal notes that you don't want anyone else to have access to, you can password protect them inside the password manager.
Wow, that's quite powerful. So that brought me to the next question was, how easy would it be? Do you have to now remember the fancy passwords that are being entered? Is that what you're putting on your Post-it note on your screen? But if you're saying they can be auto-entered, either, I guess, in the browser or there's an app that would run.
Yeah, most of these, what they'll do is, as you're, like, let's just say you sign up for a new Gmail account or something. So you're online and you're earning a new username and password. The password manager will come up and ask if you want to keep that in the password manager. So it'll automatically do that. So it doesn't mean extra typing for you. And then once you have logged into the password manager, the next time you come back to that site, it will auto-fill in, that's right, the username and password. So you're also not spending all kinds of time, first of all, looking for what it is, and secondly, having to type it in.
Yeah, because the hard passwords, as you call them, the tough ones, the ones that are very, very complex, they're going to be almost impossible to remember, right?
That's right. They're going to be difficult to remember, probably difficult to type in. So this automates that process, but in a safe, secure way.
I like that. Now, the first thing that comes to mind, hearing about, how many different users we had. Imagine if we had an office with 75 people. I mean, can this stuff be managed centrally? Can it?
Absolutely. So the great thing about that is you can take your office and you can manage the whole office centrally. You can have one administrator and they would manage everything. They can also take and set up shared usernames and passwords. So you may have some accounts that you only have one account for whatever the portal is, and you want to be able to share it amongst a number of people. without walking to their desk and putting a Post-it note on their monitor. So you're able to do that very easily from the app. You can share it out so they can use it.
Okay.
And then you can also, if somebody leaves the organization, you can take all that information away. And in fact, in some of them, you can give someone the access with a username and password that they don't even see or know what it is.
Really?
So in other words, it'll auto-populate when they go to that particular browser. But if they were to leave the organization, you would take the access away and they would never know
They would have never known any of those passwords
to begin with.
So that's super secure on
So
top
yeah,
of it.
it's very secure.
And there you have it. I think this answers the question as to whether or not you need a password manager. And we hope to see you again next time on Let's Talk About It.